And we are back. Thanks for your patience while we get set up for Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. This is Dark Ties New Game Plus with PopNoTarts. So I'm going to kick it on over to Pop. Pop, you have the floor now.
Been running Yakuza games for a while. I'm joined here by the lovely Dubious, who's also a Yakuza runner, and Peas, who I have strong-armed into learning one of the Yakuza runs, as long as it's not an hour long.
Yeah. See, as she basically mentioned, yeah, I'm Peas. I mainly play Monkey Ball, Mario Kart, Puyo, and some other like racing games, like maybe some Sonic, which I'll be doing after this.
Yeah, I'm Dubious. Like Pop said, I run other games in the series as well as Dark Ties. I think almost every category of it at this point. I also run other games like Splatoon 3 and Alan Wake 2, so...
Also, before you start the run, do you have time for a quick donation?
Yeah.
We have $5 from Musume that says, rounding out my 4 full deaths to $5 because Shadows died twice. Good luck, Pop. And that goes towards the no passwords for the Pokemon Rumble Bid War.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so since this is New Game Plus, we have to select this, and the time will actually begin after I hit yes in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I love how the chapter just yells at you. I ate, though. I hope everybody else did.
Yeah, hunger. So a lot of this run in particular, there's going to be a fair amount of menuing, a fair amount of walking around, as we're going to be seeing here, and skipping some cutscenes as well. Even though we are on New Game Plus, Sega thinks that we are newbies, so we're going to play a few like tutorial fights.
Yeah, thankfully it lets you actually skip the tutorial prompts, so you can just start getting everyone out of the way immediately, but it's still very annoying that that's the thing in the first place.
I missed 6 where you can just punch through the tutorial.
Yeah.
So, a small tidbit about this game. Yakuza 3, Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties released earlier this year, I believe in February. This is actually the prequel to, I believe, Yakuza 3. Is that right? I want to make sure my lore is correct.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, so we are playing as Mine, who does not use weapons. Actually, he does. His fists. And really, the attacks that you're going to be seeing mostly are just leapfrog. So if you still have your little leapfrog, the little console, you should pull it out and play along with us, because that's literally all we're going to be doing for these fights.
Yeah, it's really good for wiping out mods that like to hang around. Pink Street is going to be our favorite street of the run. If you like the color pink, congratulations, you've won.
Yeah, there's literally no taxi spot you go to the most in this that isn't Pink Street.
Even in Kiwami 3, you go to Pink Street a lot. I'm just like, as a purple enjoyer, I feel attacked.
More tutorials.
So usually you want to go for the guy in the red hoodie because you can leapfrog on the other 3, but the jerk in the blue hoodie decided he wanted to be the star of the run.
Yeah, that was like unfortunate enemy movement.
That's the power of speedrunning. RNG.
And to my knowledge, there's no real way to manipulate non-enemy spawns. So we just gotta hope that we don't have to deal with more punks. So we have another star of the run, Mr. Kanda.
Yeah, thankfully his fight's not too bad here. That's unfortunate that he
Yeah.
got stuck in that long.
I was able to hit him
Kinda.
through it, but he got his punch off.
Yeah, I was gonna say kinda decided to choose violence today.
So in that fight, we saw an essence of close combat. But by the looks of it, it's going to deal a lot of damage, and we want to make sure that whenever they do start attacking, we dodge, and then pretty much beat them up from there. Simple as that.
Cupid, do you have a no? We have to wait for them to get to the end of the street. They're just gonna yap.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I could certainly yap over them in the meantime. As a reminder, you're watching No Glitches Allowed 2026. No Glitches Allowed, or No GA, is an annual charity event featuring speedruns that rely more on execution of intended mechanics than game-breaking glitches. No GA will be live from Wednesday, May 27th through Sunday, May 31st, raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. To see the full schedule, just type ! in chat. And a little bit more about the charity, No Glitches Allowed 2026 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home.
We love our pets. We love our dogs. Get those donations in.
We do. And
What's
Yakuza
funny about-
features a few dogs. Oh, sorry?
Yeah. I was gonna say what's funny about the street, they had mentioned the enemy spawns earlier. We take Pink Street because enemies spawn. Oh, they didn't spawn at the bottom this time. They usually surround you a lot. But sometimes you gotta pretend that they're like animals. And they just want to be petted.
Sure.
That was my experience playing. That was my experience playing Yakuza 3, the original / remastered.
All right, and this is
I love
the last
the
part.
dog chase in OG3, OG and remastered,
The dog choice.
or chase, where he runs off with the magazine and the sub story.
Oh yeah.
You also notice that once we beat Kanda, he joins us, and he is actually useless for like 99% of the time. Like the 1%, he will actually be useful, but we may not see that 1%, and we don't really care. However, he might actually get in the way and ruin some cycles, in quotes.
He's not the most annoying NPC in a run, though.
Yeah, Kanda's really weird because he has times where he'll be like super helpful, and then other times where he's just like, I'm just gonna chill here and let you do all the work, I don't care. And it's like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, as long as he's not like Masaru or Shishido from freaking Gaiden.
And yeah, that was...
Speaking of dogs, what's everybody's favorite Yakuza dog? Peas, I know you don't know because you haven't played the games yet, but
I like the dog in this one, Mame.
okay.
Yeah, the little Shiba Inu.
I really enjoyed the little detective dog in Lost Judgment. I thought that was the most adorable thing ever. And then if you unlock or do the bond, it does a heat action with you, and it's great. He just smacks the enemy with his paw. It's the cutest thing in the world.
I've not played the Judgment games yet, but
you totally
they're
should.
on my to play. I'm very excited to play them.
What about you, Doobie?
I don't actually have an answer because I'm indifferent to both of them. To both Mame and the detective dog, whose name I should remember and I don't.
It was a play on Sherlock Holmes.
Was it Watson?
I remember that much. I think it was Watson.
It's always Watson.
Whatever the sidekick's name is.
That's Watson. Yeah.
The Watson, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have against Watson?
No, nothing. It's every Sherlock Holmes reference always has to have Watson. Crazy.
All right, now we're about to head up to Hell's Arena, which can be the most tedious part of the game when you're trying to complete everything. But not that much of a pain in any percent or New Game Plus run.
Yeah, I think the main issue is that there are chests that you would have to grab if you were doing all sub-stories or even just like casually completing this that you don't have to worry about for New Game Plus or any percent, because for both it's just get through the dungeon as soon as you can, or as fast as you can even.
So here they're giving us the tutorial. Like, you gotta fight these keepers and then go fight the main boss dude at the end of the door. Alright, Mine, are you gonna fight the door this time or are you gonna open it?
He opened it.
I've had that happen a few times practicing this run where Mine would just kick the door.
What's actually really funny about the NPCs in this arena, they will try to chase Mine, and then like when he reaches like a certain distance, they just give up.
Yeah, it's only the final dungeon in the survival hell where they actually will follow you into different rooms. We have to be like, oh, okay. Please leave me alone.
And they chase you to the end of the earth.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame them, because if their final boss, for anybody playing, if their final boss has the same experience I did, I can see why they would do that. For me, he fell off the edge and just died. Alright.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
I'm actually going to pick up the rest of these, and then we are going to go find us some kitties. So there's 3 different cats that appear in the sub-story. There's a calico, a boy cat, and then just a little white cat. And they're in the most obscure places. So we're going to go to the calico cat first, who's on this alley. It's funny because all the owners are just like, yeah, my cat was just here. I don't know where they are. And they're right up to... Oh, you're kidding me.
That is a really unlucky spawn.
That is a very terrible enemy spawn. Because they're like right by the cat. I'm here to save you. He's so precious. And their owner is at the end of Tenkaichi. Okay, that's one cat.
It's so funny that we're actually doing this to raise up Konda's reputation rank. And so some of these titles are like they're diabolical, kind of human, actually decent, godlike for some reason. Like, okay, this man is just full of himself. I don't like him.
It's the fact that you haven't played and you don't like him. Alright, so we're gonna hit this vending machine because there's so many enemies by the cats. I wonder if they're just trying to make their cameo appearance. Did they just spawn in? They did. Oh wait. Hi, kitty kitty! And now it's time for us to go because they will absolutely try and kill us.
No mercy.
Enemy spawns are very brutal in the more recent games. They really revved it up in Pirate Yakuza. That is our second cat. And you won't believe where the third cat, our void cat, is. I'm not gonna say it because it's
a... I was like, what?
Because it makes no sense that it's hiding in the men's bathroom.
Oh, what?
at the park.
He's just chilling.
Like, the park is right there. It could have been under the swing set, the bench, but it was like, no, I'm gonna go hide right beside
Just-
and behind a urinal.
I'm just gonna jump on the urinal. Yeah.
Well, on the topic of saving pets, Cupid, you have some nice words for us.
Oh, I always do, and always about dogs. In 2011, did you know in 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obunas lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date with no signs of slowing down.
Wow. I'm speechless. That was a very heartfelt fun fact.
Right?
Hmm.
Get those donations in.
Yeah, help those doggos. And the doggos owners. So you
Yeah,
can help
looks like
dogs like Mame and Detective Dog. I guess its name is Watson. that dog.
I believe his name is Watson. I haven't played Lost
Watson.
Judgment in so long. It might be one that I need to bring back out from the grave. Donate to charity
Donate to
is an
charity.
option in this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
it looks like
because we finished the bonds, we are clear to go all the way to the end of the game.
Yeah, this,
Daigo's
again, there's
just painfully staring out the window.
Yeah.
lots of cutscenes, lots of menuing. I love menuing as a monkey ball runner. I love using menus to get to the next part of the game. So fun, so cool.
Wait, is the detective dog named Rompo?
Oh, it might be Rompo. Oh yeah, because
Oh. Yeah.
the
I just looked it up.
Japanese
Yeah.
equivalent of wow, why am I forgetting his name?
Watson?
No, it's why am I forgetting his name? He's such a popular poet. He's like so his name is a play Rompo's name is a play on a poet who the author decided to write a bunch of mysteries, and he was so inspired by the original poet that in Bungo Stray Dogs they have it to where every time the two meet, he's like, I got a mystery for you to solve.
Edogawa Rampo?
Yes, that's the Poe. That's his last name, Poe. Edgar Allan
Oh.
Poe. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, Poe!
Yeah,
Edgar
Poe.
Allan Poe?
Yeah. But yeah, Rampo was a play on that name, and he liked to do mysteries.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, he did
Mm-hmm.
do a couple murder mysteries that people aren't as familiar with his works. They're mostly known for his like gothic literature.
Yeah.
Augustus Dupont. I think that's what the character's name was.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
My AP English teacher will be so proud of me. Alright, so we're back in Hell's Arena. This time we have more to do because this is a legit version and not the tutorial. It was pretty straightforward. You just run to all the gates. If you were casually doing this, you would want to fight all these guys to make money because you don't just start the game with infinite wealth, which I personally think is kind of backwards because Mine is canonically rich. But they make you fight for money anyway.
Rich people gotta start somewhere.
If they ever make an Akiyama Gaiden, I need him to just start off with a ton of money. Like, you are not giving me a game with this man and he's like flat broke. Unless it's the prequel to the first game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's like a prequel to the first game, then that might make sense, but otherwise, yeah, it's like, you should have like practically all the money you need right off the bat.
He's always saying he has too much money that he never knows what to do with it.
Mm.
All right, we never have to come back to this place ever again. And you
Do you have
absolutely
time for a
have
few
time.
more announcements?
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, we just have a new milestone. It's Fight the Devs from the Dishwasher Vampire Smile run. That's tomorrow. So this is a boss rush where the faces of the bosses are replaced with images of the devs.
Nope.
And we need a $1,600 sets up the Nightmare Fuel, 1,600 total donated milestone. And that's going to end at the end of the run. And as another reminder, we have a bid war currently going on too for Pokemon Rumble. And this is passwords versus no passwords. Passwords is a 100% optimized route, fast pace, and no passwords is more RNG based. So basically, you go fast versus chaos. And this must be met at the start of the run.
Yeah, I've heard many good things about Pokemon Rumble, so.
Yes, if you want to put money towards that bid war, make sure you donate. So you get more you get Pokemon and you get dogs.
All right, so this is actually the first time we're going to be seeing Shinpei. And what doesn't make sense, bro gets knocked down like a ragdoll, and he just comes back like nearly unscathed like later in the game. Like, what's this logic?
Yakuza and Logic? No.
I was gonna say
They
he
could
did
also
run
do a
off,
fight the
so-
devs thing. Give us another gauntlet in a game and we're just fighting all the devs.
So this is the final chapter of Dark Ties, which means this run is ending very soon.
Yeah, after we see Daigo staring out the window again is pretty much mob, and then the boss fight.
Mm.
A little mini mob in between. It's not like a huge mob. Alright, that's the we're at in-game warning. You should probably save. If this was on professional or any harder difficulty, I would save, because god, that difficulty is brutal in a speedrun.
Yeah, New Game Plus Professional, Ikari's final boss fight is actually scary.
I'm tempted to try it, but I'm still traumatized from my Gaiden professional run. And that's only because the NPCs, they do damage to you, and freaking Shishiro had an iron pipe and I got knocked out.
This guy's very muscular.
I thought we were abandoning logic for this game.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably like at least stronger than he looks like he might be.
Yeah. Oh,
Bro's
I
like a
forgot to.
rhinoceros beetle.
I actually forgot to mention the important thing that Pop is doing. So, the little blue thing, I'm pretty sure. So heat actions are blue or red, right?
They're blue.
They're blue. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's the blue bar underneath the health bar.
So, from my understanding, heat actions are pretty much aura. You want to save them for the bosses, since they deal tons of damage, and I believe they take forever to build. So if Pop accidentally uses one here, it's not exactly cooked, but it's gonna make the fight last a little bit longer.
The bigger
Fortunately,
issue came-
with K3 and Dark Ties, what they did was they added. I can't grab him. They added when you go behind an enemy and you do more damage, it also increases your heat. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, the bigger issue is, like, especially with certain heat actions, the animations can be pretty long, so if you use it on the wrong person, you're wasting time that way.
Yeah. There's one tiny thing I notice is punching someone in the back of their head gives me my heat back.
I love heat moves in Yakuza. They're so satisfying.
They are. We're in a shackle here because for some reason he has over 50,000 HP.
We're just about entering the final phase. And I think the final phase is where it gets a little bit more scary if you're on like a really good run and trying to get the most hits before they start doing things like that. And that QTE, you want to mash.
Yeah, both of Ikari's fights, you never want to fail his QTEs.
Yeah. I love this heat action so much.
Oh, there goes his spine.
Yeah.
I think he just
Omine,
broke his aura
please
too.
punch the ground. Then he's on the ground. I
And his
love when he
spine
does
just comes
that.
back.
So time will be on the final hit on this boss, which if I can grab him, and that's time.
Right there. GG.
Thank you, thank you.
And just one more hit.
And that is Dark Tide's New Game Plus. The rest of this are cutscenes. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. And then it'll pop up on the unskippable credits soon.
I was gonna say, you might not want to play the credits if the menu music is also an issue,
Yeah.
because the credits will also get slapped. Unfortunately.
You can also just pause it here. You can see this nice bar door.
Yeah.
We are at the end of the run.
Okay. Thank you all so much for that run and that great commentary. Do you folks have any shout outs you would like to give?
Yeah. First, shout out to Peas and Doobie for wanting to hop on the couch. I also want to give a shout out to Black and a Flash because I found out about this event through Black and a Flash. Lovely family, love speed running and gaming with them. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Yakuza community. I know I just started like recently getting more active with talking in the speedrun Discord. I've always been in there. I don't want to talk about that. I'm a little shy, but they've been super friendly and it's been nice getting to know everybody and getting different tips and things for different runs.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me, Pop. I'm not gonna plug myself because this is your run, Pop. So go to twitch.tv/PopNoTarts. she's kind of good with that.
Follow these two too. Thank you for having us. No.
No.
Also, yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Is just thanks for having me here, Pop.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
And on that note, thank you all chat for watching and for donating, for continuing to keep those donations in. This was actually my last hosting shift for the night. So we're going to go to intermission and we're going to welcome a new host. I will be back on Saturday night for my next hosting shift. So in the meantime, stay tuned while we get set up for the next run.
Hey there, friends. Welcome back to No Glitches Allowed 2026. I am your host, Sporadic Erratic. It is my absolute honor to be here helping to raise funds for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Wow, y'all have done such an amazing job since my last shift last night. We're almost up to $1,300. Look how close that is. Thank you so much, everyone. Now we have all kinds of exciting runs lined up for you coming right up. But before we get into those, I do want to remind y'all that we have a milestone incentive open, and we also have a bid war. The milestone is for a run that is happening tomorrow. The dishwasher vampire smile. We are hoping to I love this incentive. I'm sorry. We're hoping to fight the devs. That's right. We're looking to get up to 1.6K total donated. That milestone means we'll have to be up to $1,600. So we're looking for $300 to meet this. We do have until tomorrow to do it. And because it's a milestone incentive, you don't have to click on it. Every single donation automatically goes towards it. But let me tell you what it's about. If we unlock this incentive, there will be a boss rush where the faces of the bosses are replaced with images of the devs' faces. This just sounds like so amazing. So please get those donations in. And while you're donating towards that, again, it's a milestone, so you don't have to click on anything. You can also put your donation towards our bid war for Pokemon Rumble for password versus no password. Now, passwords is 100% optimized route. It's fast-paced. Passwords is more RNG-based. So the passwords is like go fast, and no passwords is chaos. We have to we have to cut this one off before the start of the run, and it will change the estimate by about 10 minutes. I'll try to get some information for you about which one. I imagine it's the chaotic one. It's the no passwords that will increase it by 10 minutes. So if you want more no glitches allowed, then vote for chaos and puppies. And let me check in actually on that incentive and see how we're doing on that as well. Let's see. Pokemon Rumble, no passwords, Pokemon Rumble. You know what? I will get back to you about that because I know that